For the first time on a debate stage, Bernie Sanders getting the frontrunner treatment, facing an onslaught from his rivals.
Bernie, in fact, hasn't passed much of anything.
Bernie will lose to Donald Trump.
Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg leading the charge, seizing on reports from intelligence officials that Russia is trying to help Sanders win the nomination.
Vladimir Putin thinks that Donald Trump should be president of the United States, and that's why Russia is helping you get elected, so you'll lose to him.
Sanders responding with this stern warning.
Hey, Mr. Putin, if I'm president of the United States, trust me, you're not going to interfere in any more American elections.
Former Mayor Pete Buttigieg not letting the issue go.
I mean, look, if you think the last 4 years has been chaotic, divisive, toxic, exhausting, imagine spending the better part of 2020 with Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump.
Sanders firing back.
I'm hearing my name mentioned a little bit tonight. I wonder why. I will tell you, Pete, what the American people want, and Joe, what the American people want. They don't want candidates to be running to billionaires for huge amounts of funding.
Some of the biggest fireworks erupting when Sanders was pressed on whether a self-described democratic socialist would give a free pass to authoritarian leaders.
I have opposed authoritarianism all over the world.
But Sanders again doubled down on his praise for the late Cuban dictator Fidel Castro.
I said is what Barack Obama said in terms of Cuba, that Cuba made progress on education. Yes, I think, really?
We're not going to win these critical House and Senate races if people in those races have to explain why the nominee of the Democratic Party is telling people to look at the bright side of the Castro regime.
Also under fire, Michael Bloomberg. Senator Elizabeth Warren slamming him for allegations made in the 1990s by an ex-Bloomberg employee who said the billionaire businessman told her to get an abortion.
At least I didn't have a boss who said to me, kill it.
A claim Bloomberg has repeatedly denied under oath.
I never said it. Period. End of story.
It was also a critical night for former Vice President Joe Biden, who defended his record with African Americans, who make up 60% of the state's Democratic voters.
I've worked like the devil to earn the vote of the African American community, not just here, but across the country.
If you don't win South Carolina, will you continue in this race?
I will win South Carolina.